On a blustery day in New York City, bodybuilding fans brave the wind and rain to attend what is certainly the most quintessentially New York of all New York bodybuilding competitions, the New York Pro. Run with a firm hand by Steve Weinberger, chairman of the NPC throughout most of the Northeast, the New York Pro showcases the best of professional bikini, figure, physique, and bodybuilding competitors from across the country and around the world. Like all high-level bodybuilding shows, the New York Pro is a crowded, hectic, noisy affair. Lines for the 2013 version of this show swirl several times around the courtyard, and the anticipation is high. In the last few minutes before the show, Steve makes his rounds, greeting guests, handling dozens of problems as they arise, and making sure that everyone knows the rundown.
We're gonna go, or do you want to go into the confirmation round after that?
No, there's no confirmation round. This is awards. And
got it.
They post this morning and they post this afternoon. We don't have to.
Yeah.
Show day, I try to have everybody in position. I have a great crew. I have a great backstage crew, Mike. I got a great door crew. Got Sean doing scores. I mean, I have people that I really trust. I have Bev at the front door, who no one gets by Bev. And my job the day of the show is to troubleshoot. Whatever comes up that's not expected is my job to fix.
Bob, right at 6 o'clock. Doesn't matter who's in the seats, we're on. Okay.
It's an expensive show to put on. There's prize money. It's not an amateur show where you're just giving away trophies. You have to have a lot of prize money. You need a sanction. You got to make sure you have enough money to pay for the theater. It's very expensive. You've got to have all your ducks in a row. You could easily get hurt if you don't.
As Swan Cardo and the other figure competitors line up backstage, Jason Arntz, a staple of the New York bodybuilding scene for many years, confides in Steve about a change in his career plans.
I just want to officially let you know that tonight's going to be my last night competing.
Okay.
I want to do it here in front of the home crowd in
That'd
New
be
York,
great.
New Jersey. And,
I hate to lose you, but you had a great career.
It's a great career.
From a teenager right on up to...
Exactly. 212, it's a big class now. It's a little too much for me. It's time to move on to other things. But,
all right.
But I want to...
You work with a good company. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll still be around. We'll see you at the shows.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Congratulations.
For many who got their start at this show, the New York Pro holds a special place in their hearts. To win the New York Pro is no easy task, but the next stop is the Arnold Classic or the Olympia. Carla Salati is a fixture backstage at most of the shows in this area. She takes care of tanning touch-ups, oil application, and suit adjustment. Carla has seen them come and seen them go over the years. While helping Swan make her final adjustments, she learns of a recent development that melts this tough ex-competitor.
Look, she's got me crying. Aren't they the sweetest little couple ever? I just wish them all the happiness in the world. Forever and ever.
Carla has watched everything from the start, from the very first day we met here, actually.
I was probably gluing them up or something. Gluing butts into suits or something.
John had been carrying the ring around for a few days, waiting for the perfect moment. At a photo shoot the day before the contest, he quietly pulled renowned photographer Isaac Hines aside and told him of his plan.
His hotel room was floor-to-ceiling windows on the 50th floor with the view of the New York City skyline. So it just hit me right there. I was like, this is it. I got to do it. That's what I want. It was something that I thought a lot about. Swan's a good woman, you know. I can't say what's gonna happen 10 years from now. We might be in the same situation as my parents, who knows? I really hope not, you know, but I can't think about that. I have to live my life day by day. My heart, everything in me tells me that she's the one that I want to be with.
Wow! Congratulations!
When I fell in love with John, that was it. I mean, I knew he was the most important thing in my life, and that was going to be until, you know, the day I died. Like, it just felt right. And, you know, I love him. He really is the most important thing.
Please take the second place award, second place check, to our runner-up this evening, Swan Cardo.
And yeah, I compete and I have, you know, dreams and things that I want to do, but still, he is the #1 priority.
What a weekend! Okay, so now
Good, right?
you.
NYBB Blue is brought to you by MHP, the performance nutrition innovator. Go with MHP, the most trusted supplement brand of amateur and pro bodybuilders around the world. Since its inception in 2011, the 212-pound bodybuilding class has become a battleground for some of the smaller frame men who often get overlooked in the open class. The 212 boasts some of the most impressive physiques in the sport and has become an audience favorite. This year at the New York Pro, Marco Rivera is taking his shot at winning the 212s, or at least qualifying for the Olympia. A win at a qualifying pro contest like this one is one sure way to get into the top competitions, of which the Olympia is still the greatest. But there is another way.
Certain shows, you got different tier shows, meaning certain shows award you more points than others. Like the New York Pro is a high point show. The Arnold Classics is a high point show. And then you have the smaller shows that give you a certain amount of points per placing. So you accumulate these points, and as soon as, for instance, for me, the 212, which is the Chicago, is the last show before the Olympia. As soon as that show is done, they tally up the scores, and the top 5 leading as far as scoring for within that year calendar qualifies for the Olympia.
In numerical order, 21, 24, 28, 32, 39, and 40.
Marco is among those called out first. He gets shuffled around quite a bit, a good sign. It means the judges want to see how he compares to everyone else in this lineup and aren't dismissing him without a thorough evaluation. Unfortunately, when the top 3 are brought back on stage for a final pose down, Marco is not there. Next up is the bikini competition. Yasaira, who has been on a roll this year with a strong placing at the Arnold Classic and a win at the Pittsburgh Pro, has a good chance of taking this. Although nothing is certain because the bikini competitors at this year's New York Pro are some of the best ever seen. After a rocky start, the bikini category is now well established. The women know how to train for it and know how to present themselves.
From the Bronx, New York, Yasaira Romo.
If you're not relaxed and comfortable, they're gonna see it. They're gonna notice that, you know, you look like you're a little stiff, or you're nervous, or you're rehearsed. Act like this is your stage, it's your moment to shine, and just go out there and rock the stage, you know, and just with confidence, you know, and have that connection with the judges, and, you know, you make sure you look at each and every one of them. When I came out on stage for prejudging and finals, I came out like, hey, here I am. This is my stage, so I'm ready to rock. You know, you have to have that confidence, you know, you have to be that No nerves, nothing. But I'm gonna tell you something. I've been competing for a while now, but I still get nervous. And then when I come out on stage, it's like a switch turns on. And I'm like, here we go.
Hey, the first place check, the first place award, the Olympia qualification, and the title of 2012 New York Pro Bikini Champion. To our winner tonight, Jashira.
As the rain subsides, the clouds depart, and day turns into night, the moment arrives for the class everyone has been waiting for. The open class at this year's New York Pro contains some of the most competitive physiques now active on the pro circuit, and will include the much-heralded comeback of the legendary Victor Martinez. After being incarcerated on immigration issues for 7 months, and then breaking his arm in a freak accident, video and pictures circulating on the internet of the gradual rehabilitation of this perennial comeback kid have stunned the bodybuilding world. As unlikely as it seems, Victor is back, and tonight everyone else is expected to be vying for second place. One of the first to take the stage is MHP newcomer Anthony Champagny, a young bodybuilder with impressive thickness, symmetry, and proportions. He is greeted politely but somewhat calmly by a subdued audience who don't yet know him very well. Anthony's secret weapon is the former trainer of Kai Green, the positive thinking guru himself, Oscar Arden. Oscar has taken Champagny under his wing, in much the same way he did with Kai many years ago. In many ways, Anthony is very similar to Kai, growing up poor in one of the most dangerous sections of the city. Also, like Kai, he is hungrily absorbing the new information that Oscar is giving him about the power which resides not in his muscles, but in his mind.
I used to think that most people be successful because they're lucky. I don't think I've ever got anything because I was lucky. I've gotten everything, or anything I got because I deserved it, because I worked hard for it. Before meeting Oscar, I think I probably read 1 book for the year. Now I've met Oscar in 2 months, I've read 6 books. you know, I've learned to read books like A Man Thinketh, and it's like, you know, it's not just the training aspect of it, it's the mental aspect as well. And I think a lot of guys have great training, they really train hard. Like I know a lot of guys that are going to the show or the pro, they train really hard. But sometimes it's not just the training, sometimes it's like the mental attitude of what you carry outside of training, and how do you see yourself every day before going into each training session, and that's what I was afraid of. I didn't want to fail, so when I came to Oscar after the Mets and I said, Oscar, I can't do this myself. I've been doing my own diet for the past 3-4 years, and yeah, it's been placing me in top 5, but I need the help,
Let's go, this is what you wanted, let's go. Let's make it happen, baby, come on, let's go. Turn this shit on right now. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Up, up. 1. Let's go. There you go. Up. Keep going, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Up. Let's go. Halfway home, bro. Come on. Up. Come on, Neil. Let's go. Come on. Strong. Let's go. Up. 1 more, baby. 1 more. Come on, Neil. 1 more. Up. Nice. Anywhere.
At this point in his career, Anthony obviously has a powerful determination to be a top-level bodybuilder, but it wasn't always this way. His original inspiration for bodybuilding was his older brother Jason, who ran afoul of the law and was deported to Jamaica.
I figured I would use my body to make enough money to get him back to the States. So if I win enough shows and maybe turn pro and be able to get enough sponsorships, and I would be able to pay for his own way up here. I don't care, I know, illegally or not, I'll just try to get him up here.
When Jason began to have psychiatric problems, Anthony's commitment intensified.
We made trips to visit him, and the only person that never made a trip to visit him was me. Because I figured me making a trip to visit him stops me from training. So while everybody's going to visit my mom, my dad, my sisters, they were doing it. Me, I just decided I was gonna just train as hard, not miss any meals, not miss any training, so as I can bring him here.
But it wasn't meant to be. Jason was found dead in Jamaica, under mysterious circumstances, lying by the side of the road. Even though the autopsy was inconclusive, Anthony's gut feeling was that it was Jason who killed himself, either deliberately or through neglect.
And I feel like sometimes if I was there to sit down and talk to him, like a good few days, and explain to him my plan, I would be able to convince him to just hold on a little longer. Just don't do nothing stupid right now, because I'm working on something. I promise you, just wait. And maybe he would believe and be like, you know what? And then he'll say he got something for me. You know? And then he would wait. But he didn't want to wait. I think that's when bodybuilding became a job. Because it wasn't fun for me. It wasn't like, oh, I got a reason to lift weights. I got a reason to work out. Things kept spiraling down, and then I didn't want to train as hard anymore, and I kept hurting myself.
After over a year break from training, Anthony looked at his life and found that he could set aside his regrets and find a new purpose for bodybuilding, his son. With this renewed sense of direction and purpose, the question now became, could Anthony Champagny win at the pro level? And what would it take to make that happen?
I saw that he had potential, but I didn't know how his work ethic was in the beginning. And it wasn't until I went to the gym that he really displayed how bad he wanted this. I know that there's more in him to improve. There's certain areas in his physique that I want to see denser and more developed to be competitive at this level. I know that the amateurs is one level, but when you go to the pros, you're competing against the best in the world. And this New York Pro is a stacked lineup. But I do believe, and I believe 100% that he will do extremely well, extremely well.
Nice. 2, come on, baby. 3, come on. 4, 5, 5 more, you got it. Come on. Nice.
When I see that hunger in someone who also has genetics, who also has a good work ethic, who also it just makes me believe that there's so much untapped potential.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna put it in your mind. Know that after 30 or 35, it's gonna burn. You wanna stop, push through it. The goal is 50. 50 half reps, 50 partials. Last set, it's a finishing set. Give it everything you got, nothing left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Nah, man, no need to be sorry, man. You gave it all you had. That's failure. If you do another rep, it won't come up. That's training intensity, man. That's how you get your legs huge, man. Pushing beyond your comfort zone. You know, it's hard to get like this intensity pushing on your own.
If he continues to train and stay consistent and push himself in that way, even when I'm not there, I believe and I know that he will be a surprise to everyone at the New York Pro. I truly believe that.
The word potential has been said to me so many times. You had the potential. How about there's no more potential, there's more like you are the winner. That's why I work hard every day. That's why I train hard. You know, my son, you know, giving him a better life, taking him out of East New York and these places. My new drive is to create a life that no one thinks I could create with this, a bodybuilding career, like a real job. Like when I go to work out, it's not, oh, I'm just gonna lift weights. No, I'm gonna improve every set. Opportunities don't come knocking. as much, or sometimes not at all, unless you create them.
It is with great anticipation that the audience in New York awaits the arrival of Victor Martinez. That he looks the way he does and seems poised to sweep the show is nothing short of a bodybuilding miracle. Martinez's unending resilience is legendary in the bodybuilding community, and he is revered by his fans who refuse to give up on him. It must be said that not everyone here tonight is rooting for Victor to win.
His triumphant return to the stage.
But fans and foes alike rise to the occasion to honor him as he steps on stage. Introducing a breakthrough in myostatin reduction. MyoX can help support your goals for massive gains, increased strength, and faster recovery. Clinically shown to reduce myostatin by 46% in just 12 hours. Check out these amazing results. Flex Magazine calls MyoX a new breakthrough in muscle building and body transformation science. See what MyoX can do for you. For more information, go to mhpstrong.com.
From the Dominican Republic, and our New York favorite son, the Dominican dominant Victor Martinez.
As Victor Martinez emerges from behind the curtain at the Tribeca Performing Arts Center, the crowd erupts with appreciation. There are few here who don't know Victor's journey to this moment. His win of the European version of the Arnold Classic in Spain in 2011 was followed by 7 months of incarceration by immigration officials when he tried to re-enter the U.S. Unable to train or eat properly, his first interview after his release clearly showed the muscle loss he suffered during that time.
It's not like you can just go follow a gym regimen in there. I mean, there's so many push-ups and sit-ups and chin-ups that you can do.
After his release, the beginnings of his recovery was astounding, but cut short in Mexico by a freak accident and a broken arm. Emergency surgery, months of therapy. Starting over once again under the caring guidance of Victor Munoz, the loss of his vehicle in Hurricane Sandy complicating matters along the way. How many times can an athlete get knocked down? How many times can he come back only to be knocked down again? No bodybuilder in recent memory has suffered as many setbacks as Victor Martinez, and surely the indomitable spirit which has carried him this far must be showing signs of wear. But not here, not now. Because he had only a few months to prepare and was hampered by his injury, Victor was not quite as massive as he had been in prior shows. But he brought impressive conditioning and the amazing proportions and symmetry for which he is well known. His demeanor tonight is confident, and his face gives away nothing of the turmoil that must be raging within. Victor needs this win in order to go to the Olympia. During the final pose down, it starts to become very clear that Victor's win is in jeopardy from a young Egyptian by the name of Mamdou Elspieh, also known as Big Ramy. The New York Pro is his first contest since turning pro, and his sheer size seems to be overwhelming the other competitors on stage tonight. Because it is a subjective sport, bodybuilding judging is difficult to predict. Sometimes size wins contests, sometimes not. It depends on many factors including symmetry, conditioning, and presentation. For a newcomer, Ramy has a fairly big following here tonight, and the crowd seems split in its support of the two major contenders. But more importantly, what do the judges think?
Ladies, please take the second place award and the second place check to our runner-up this evening, Martinez. Engraved New York Pro ring, the Olympia qualification in the title of 2012 New York Pro champion to our winner tonight, Big Robin.
I already knew the fate. You know, it's funny because I'm looking down at the judges, and usually, you know, it's something good. You know, you have that connection. You know, you can see them, you see them seeing you or watching you and everything. And it's one of the first time ever. I mean, even when I did bad, they still, you know, they're still looking at you. And this time there was no eye contact. Everybody, even the judges, like looking down, and I was like, okay. I won't get first, but whatever. It's just bodybuilding, you know?
MHP's NYBB Blue is brought to you by Muscular Development Magazine and the MuscularDevelopmentStore.com. Shop the MuscularDevelopmentStore.com for great prices on all MHP products.